Welcome to City TV's High School Game of the Week. From the Cardinals' nest on the campus of Lawndale High School, along with Rufus Washington, I'm Lou Stowers, bringing you the Pioneer League opener, the boys game tonight, with the El Segundo Eagles taking on the high-flying Cardinals.
Well, the high-flying Cardinals have a 10-game Pioneer League winning streak. That means they won all their games last year. They're looking to make it 11 tonight.
And the El Segundo Eagles have had a few changes. Sebastian Spencer and coaching staff, they haven't been doing too well. Coach resigned recently.
Definitely. Rick Saboski, the old school coach that used to be at El Segundo, has come back to coach these guys right now for the season. And they also have three big guys over 6'6" that look to give Chemezi a little bit of problems tonight. So we'll see, can they do that?
Last game, the Cardinals that we saw play here at the Cardinal Nest looked a little bit out of sync. What do they need to do to get past an Eagle team that isn't doing so well?
Well, I think one of the things the Cardinals will want to do, as they've done all along, is continue to get the ball to Chemezi Metu. I think one of the keys will be to see how Tedrick Johnson, who we saw over at Lusinger a week ago, play really well down the stretch, to see if he can jumpstart them tonight.
And Egidio DeLeo with the Cardinals, what can we expect from them tonight?
Well, I talked to Coach Brownlee before the game, and he said the Cardinals have to build up from that huge win over Rolling Estate last week. They had Chemezi Metu, both, and Project Jones were in double-double figures. Chemezi almost hit triple-double. Those two guys have to carry their momentum tonight to win here over the Eagles.
And what do the transfers, Johnson and Jones, need to do to be effective tonight?
Well, Jones is their inside guy. He's got to help control the boards. He's got to score inside. And as I said, Johnson has to run the offense. I might also add, though, that Brandon Newman came by our broadcast position, and he said that he's going to win the Tip of the Hat Award, which means that he's going to play his heart out tonight, Lou.
I wonder if he's going to moonwalk, because we got to get him a sequin glove, that's for
Absolutely.
sure. And Rashawn Haylock, what about these Cardinals? Will they play down to the Eagles level?
Well, if you're Coach Chris Brownlee, you hope not. And it's so funny. You love the respect that coaches have for one another. Coach Brownlee, not necessarily concerned with his team playing down at El Segundo's level, but more or less talking about how this team isn't as bad as their 2-13 record would indicate, and also making sure that he noted they have a Hall of Famer on their sidelines. Now, guys, how often do we get a chance to call a Hall of Famers games? Well, that's exactly what we have roaming the sidelines for El Segundo tonight. Rick Saboski, who of course is back with the Eagles on an interim basis. This coaching matchup is something I'm interested in seeing here tonight, fellas.
That's just a little bit of a bonus as we tip off the Pioneer League on City TV right after this.
Hi, I'm Donnell Beverly from the University of Connecticut, home of the 2011 National Championship UConn Huskies basketball team, and your Lusinger Olympians.
Beverly around the back, follow-away jumper, good, beautiful shot.
It wasn't too long ago that I was playing basketball right here.
I just want to thank him for having me here. I'm honored to play here.
And the Huskies are the top dog in 2011.
Winning the NCAA championship has always been a goal of mine, but so is getting a great education that will last me a lifetime. You can achieve your goals too. All you have to do is work hard and dream hard, and you can do anything you put your mind to.
Back at the Cardinal Nest, they're just going to get it going here. So why don't we introduce you to the El Segundo Eagles. Starting will be number 4, Malcolm Au, Austin Huckins, Wyatt Boyce, Jake Stone, and Andre Allen. And there you see jumping around for the Cardinals, Broderick Jones. Chemezi Metu with the Twin Towers. Number 12, Tedrick Johnson. Number 21, Rolando Beckles. And number 2, Quincy Pinkert. Our officials tonight, Brian Ricard and Michael Wainwright. Michael's doing a doubleheader too.
Doing a doubleheader, man. He's getting two varsity checks tonight. I'm not mad at him. I'm jealous. Yeah.
Going to get things underway. After doing game one of El Segundo and Lawndale girls style, the tip is won by Broderick Jones.
And there's Tedrick Johnson in the starting lineup along with Delano Beckles in the backcourt. As you said, Me Too, Chimizi out top. Jones, they feed him going inside. Turnover goes the other way.
Now they turn over back again for the Cardinals, so 2 each there. Taken by Johnson, and we have a whistle on the floor with 7:38 and another shot clock issue. So the ball will be out of bounds.
Now don't go getting turnover happy. That was only one for each team.
Jones with it underneath to Matu.
And
with authority.
With authority, and that's the first Chimizi slam dunk we've seen in a while. And he starts the game with a slam dunk.
Nice pass from Jones and almost a steal there. Jump ball, the possession arrow faces towards the Eagles after the Cardinals won the tip-off. The Eagles having a rough time of it. They are 2-13 overall, 0-1 on the road. After last year, 1-9 in the Pioneer League. Out of bounds, it remains Eagles ball. Meanwhile, the Cardinals doing well. 10-0 last year, ran the table in the Pioneer League. 3-point shot taken, and almost a shot clock violation by Jake Stone, and Matu with the rebound.
And Chimizi, boy, in these first two possessions, looks like he's come out ready to play league ball. See a whole different energy level here in this first minute, Lou, than we saw in a couple of the non-league games.
Especially, I'm sure that Coach Brownlee had a talking to the team after the lackluster performance against Lusinger, as Orlando Beckles with his first three of the game.
And Beckles picks up right where he left off. Wow.
And one, or is it player control?
It's a player control.
And getting up, holding his ear, is Jake Stone.
Wow. And he's going to say that Tedrick Johnson threw himself into the defender.
So first personal on Tedrick is getting Wyatt Boyce right there making the pass. Got run into. Nice defensive play by Beckles to get the steal. Matu tried to get it to Jones, but just too far out of the reach of Jones.
And Coach Brownlee doesn't like the high wire act at all, or the attempt at the high wire act, and is letting Chimizi know that. Basically saying, son, do the fundamentals. There you see Coach Brownlee on your screen.
Long inbound pass tipped by Matu and out of bounds with 6:17 left in the first.
Wow.
So the Cardinals won against Rolling Hills as the layup is put up and in by Malcolm Out. Their first points of the game. Johnson with it. 68-60 was the score, I believe. Rolling Hills losing to Lawndale, and a nice three-point shot, a line drive by Quincy Pinkard. So 2 3-pointers, and now a challenge by Jake Stone on Pinkard.
And he was fouled by number 25, who I'm looking for here.
It's Jake Stone, his
Jake
first
Stone.
personal, first team
Okay,
foul, and a timeout on the floor with 5:57 left to go. And at the Sarah Cavalier Classic over the weekend, A good performance, I'm sure, put on by these Cardinals by a tough team in Rolling Hills.
Right. And there's you see the 3 by Quincy Pinkert.
Line drive, and there you see the Hall of Fame coach right next to the ball there, Rick Sapaski. So it's 8-2. So our producer director, Tom Strickfadden, says that
Rick Sabaski was his daughter's
it was his
teacher, driver's ed teacher.
So that must have been before seatbelts and padded dashboards.
Right. And there's some details to that story I don't understand that we'll get into later.
Ball's tipped out of bounds by Austin Hunkins. And so it's turned over to the Eagles. Stone with it, now gets it across to Hunkins. Long 3-point shot by Stone is put up. That's off the mark, but Quincy Pinkert commits a cardinal sin, if you will.
Fouling a jump shooter, particularly a jump shooter at 3-point range. So he's sending Stone to the line to shoot 3. And there you see on the replay the contact. That's one of those that sometimes the official will let go and sometimes they won't.
I thought that one was pretty clear. Chris Brownlee probably doesn't think so. Misses the second. As Stone had an opportunity to get a little closer to get within 3. You see one of the assistant coaches for El Segundo. So 2 out of 3 for Jake. With 2 points. Johnson going against the 2-3 zone. Down low to him at 2. Beckles gets it back for his second 3. It's off the mark. Johnson with the offensive rebound. Goes up and under. It was tipped away by Allen. Hunkins gets it to Stone. Spots up for 3 that just missed. He's going to get his range. It looks like his office is at the top of the key.
It was a good looking shot, but what I liked was the defensive coverage by the Lawndale Cardinals on that play. As you can see, the ball tipped inside by one of the Cardinals inside players on that rebound attempt.
Andre Allen tries to get it over to Jack Doring, and it's knocked out of bounds, and it's a turnover. That'll go to the Cardinals. Pinkert gets it to Beckles, and the Cardinals trying to get out of the gate early against this El Segundo team, which is taking an emotional and physical hit, and a nice left-handed hook shot by Broderick Jones for his first bucket of the game. Let's see if he can get going today. So it's 10-4. Andre Allen just goes right through the defense, Rufus.
And I think a good decision, though, by Tremisi not to challenge on that play.
Scores, there we go. The scoreboard's right now. And now skipped underneath, and a bad pass by Shemezi. Jones was underneath, but he was being blocked away. But luckily it hit an Eagle talon. Johnson gets the inbound, goes in the baseline. The ball is knocked away out of bounds off of the leg of Johnson. And Chedrick looks at Brian Ricard saying, wasn't that a foul? Nope, all ball. Yeah. So a turnover for the Cardinals, their third. Ball is now taken by Au, and the ball is tipped out of bounds by the Cardinal defense. 25 seconds left on the shot clock for El Segundo.
Good effort by Beckles there. Again, first time we've seen this backcourt, Beckles and Johnson.
Allen
There's a block
blocks the shot
Tremisi.
by Matu. Gets it back, shovels it, and blocked again by Matu. That's Wyatt Boyce.
Wow, so that's 2 block shots
Coming in the ball game for Allen, you see the blocks. Eric Chance comes in, 6'8" senior, trying to be the neutralizer.
So Chimezi with a pair of blocks and a dunk here in the early going.
Chance gets the inbound pass. And a bad pass almost stolen away. It was tipped. Au with a three-point shot. Misses. Matu gets it. Here comes the point guard. Matu passed it off, but Au steals it. And now we have a whistle.
Out of bounds by El Segundo. It's going to be Lawndale's ball.
Let's watch this play, Rufus, on the replay. Yep, out of bounds. So Pinkard will inbound it for Lawndale. Matu wanted to go up against Chance. It is blocked away by Chance, but it was over the back.
Foul.
So Matu will have to go to the line to earn it. Chance's first personal, second team foul.
And he was setting Chance up for the dunk. You can see there.
This whole Lawndale team has to work on their free throw shooting, that's for sure. As most of the teams we've seen do. Out is Austin Hunkins. In the ball game is DeMarco Wood. 1 out of 2 for Chimezi. He has 3 points now. A 5-point lead for Lawndale. Chance with it as El Segundo has gone big. Ball is tipped and stolen away. Matu gets it back. And over to Pinkard. He won't get it, but he'll go to the line for 2. So some speed shown by Lawndale.
Some speed shown by Lawndale, but once again, you're going to see Chimezi trying to do a little bit too much. And if he's coming out, I'm not surprised. I think what's going to happen, and let's see what the dialogue is between him and Coach Brownlee when he comes out. Because I don't think that Coach Brownlee has been pleased with some of the things he's trying to do.
Quincy makes the first free throw.
Yep.
So with 4 points and an even dozen for the Cardinals. This one goes around and out, taken by Eric Chance. So the ball's taken across the line by Daring, who gets it back. Goes up for the shot and will go down. Rebound is tipped around and taken, and the shot blocked by Jones off of Wyatt Boyce. So they're putting up the block wall tonight.
That's 3 block shots here in the first quarter, in the first 5 minutes of the game for the Lawndale Cardinals.
Chris White's in the ball game for Chimezi. He'll take a 3 just off the mark. Rebound taken by Jones, and it's a jump ball. It'll be Cardinal ball. So good defense by the Eagles as Eric Chance and Wyatt Boyce, both big guys. Eric, as we said, is 6'8", so is Wyatt. And the officials were even blocking the camera people.
Right, and they gave the foul on that play to, or was there a foul call?
Thought it was a jump ball.
Okay.
30-second timeout on the floor with 2:48 left to go. Let's go to Sebastian.
Hey, thanks a lot, guys. This is one of the few times that we've seen Lawndale's bigs get to go up against some size. Now at El Segundo, the project kid for them is number 24, Andre Allen, who's actually subbed out right now. But Coach Saboski told us that he's playing well this year, and his game is mostly based off of athleticism. He doesn't really have that many fundamentals. Last game, he had 25 points and 10 rebounds. So the sky's the limit for this kid at this program. Let's see what he does in the second half. Let's see, can they hold the Lawndale Cardinals bigs to a few less points on the inside. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Sebastian. We got to get through the first quarter first. And then we'll see about the second half. Well, Brandon Newman still hasn't taken his sweatshirt off yet, so if he wants to wear the hat, as we see Chimezi down there, still out of the ball game. Last game it was Broderick who sat a lot. As Johnson with the one-handed runner puts up his first bucket of the game. That's good to see. Now Johnson commits a silly foul by going at Malcolm out, trying to force the
And that's going to be, by my count, his second foul?
Yep.
Okay, now that'll bring in a sub pretty soon.
Newman.
Well, one Beckles is already coming now. Delano Beckles is in the game.
So lots of Cardinals shuttling in and out already in the first quarter. Beckles tips it and doesn't turn it over. Boyce trying to get the layup, but good defense by White. And back comes Delano, and he turns the ball over, literally.
Yeah.
So that's 5 on the Cardinals, 6 on the Eagles, with 2:21 left to go in the first quarter. Already lots of action here.
Lots of action. And coming back on is the big 6'6" sophomore, Andre Allen.
And another timeout on the floor with 2:21. So doubleheader action. Girls game and the boys game. The game of frustration for the Lady Cardinals in their game. Just couldn't get any shots to go down, and the defense by El Segundo really did a good job.
They couldn't lose, but to their credit, they were in the game through 3 quarters. And as their coach said, it was the fourth quarter where they gave up 18, only scored 9, where the game got away from them. But for 3 quarters, it was nip and tuck. No pun intended here in Southern California, land of Hollywood and the capital of nip and tuck.
2:20 left to go. Allen has it for the Eagles. Now Stone back in the ball game for the Eagles. Down low, Allen. Ken has a shot blocked by Broderick Jones. That's his second block of the game. At least unofficially.
Unofficially, and that's 4 total. He has 2, and Chimizi has 2.
That pass was tipped and stolen by DeAndre Snedeker. 3-point shot by Delano. That won't go down. Rebound is off and taken by the Eagles. And DeMarco Wood. Ow. I didn't fall on anything, but that's Malcolm Ow. Chance puts it underneath to Allen. Blocked from behind and taken away by the Cardinals. Here comes Johnson, and could have been fouled by Jake Stone. Let's see. So that's the second personal. There you see that, a reach in by Stone. 4th team foul. Tedrick Johnson will go to the line. He has 2 points. That one's misses badly. But at any rate, it's an 8-point lead with 1:41 left to go in the first quarter. Johnson gets this one to go down. Tedrick with 3 points. Jake Stone letting everybody go by to set their offense. Al with it to Chance, way out front. Now Stone going around a screen. Ball down low to Allen and a reach in by Snedeker. So that's DeAndre's first personal, 4th team foul. And Rufus, you gotta like DeAndre's energy out there.
I do. The last game we saw, he was one of those energy guys, and you've got to have some of those guys that come in and keep the pace up or pick up the pace.
Stone catches and throws down a 3. He has 5 points. And that gets the Eagles back in the ball game within 6. With 1:05 left to go.
That's
and
short.
Johnson short. The rebound nicely put up and in with the baby hook shot by DeAndre Snedeker, his first bucket of the game. So it seems like Coach Brownlee is going to shuffle the deck until he gets the right cards.
And it looks like he's doing a pretty good job of it. He's got a couple of folks going here. And right now we're seeing Broderick Jones, for instance, get a lot of first quarter play-in time. Again, nice defensive rebound there by the Lawndale Cardinal.
We'll give that one to Chris White, even though it was tipped by Jones. Delano gets it back out to White. Now over to Johnson. 2-3 flex being shown by the Eagles. 3-point shot buried nicely by Chris White. His first bucket of the game. And that stretches the lead to 11 with 20 seconds left. Stone with it. Now gets it over to Wood. Back to Stone. And a bad pass stolen away by Jones. And a double dribble.
Well,
So
you
7
hate to
turnovers
charge
apiece.
that one to Chris White, but he was given the ball in a bad position. They had a run-out chance to get a score there to end the first quarter. And after one of the best quarters we've seen, we got Egidio DeLeo. Looks like he's got a hit for us.
Thank you, guys. Well, I talked to Coach Brownlee before the game and asked him what surprised you so far this season, and he said the leadership role that Chemezi Metu has taken, not more of a vocal leader, but more of a show-by-example type of leader, and it's really helped this team's chemistry and this team so far. It shows in their record. They have a winning record, 2 games above 500 in this young season. I asked him who's more of a vocal leader, and it said Broderick Jones is the vocal guy. Chemezi Metu leads by example, and he's doing a pretty good job of it tonight. Started off early with that huge dunk with 7 minutes and 26 seconds. In the first quarter, right away dunked it, got this crowd hype. It's a good game, guys. Back to you.
Thank you very much, Egidio DeLeu. We also have Sebastian Spencer and Rashawn Haylock with us tonight, along with Tom Strickfaden and the terrific City TV crew. There's Chris Brownlee in his 3rd year. And our thoughts and prayers go out to his dad, Edward White, a terrific coach in his own right. And he had a little bit of cancer surgery on, I believe it was Friday. So, or maybe it was early this week. I believe it was
Right.
Monday. So thoughts and prayers to Ed.
Absolutely.
Swinging and hitting it right in the gut.
Absolutely. From all of us here at City TV. A good quarter for the Cardinals. At the 3:27 mark, I had them with a 12-6 lead. So down the stretch over the next 4.5 minutes, they outscored El Segundo 8-3. Just completely dominated. And now we see young Mr. Newman making his first appearance.
All right, let's see if he holds his word. Brandon Newman, Will Newman's brother, and the ball is stolen away by Snedeker. Look out as Delano has his miss tipped in. Was that Chris White?
That was Chris White with the follow.
As Delano was just a little bit too far under the basket. Jake Stone underneath to Allen, has it blocked by Snedeker, but 2 shots, says Michael Wainwright.
Wow, I'd love to see the replay on that. That looked like an awful lot of ball.
And that's 2 personal.
There you see it. Wow. Wow, that's hand on top of the ball.
Good play by Snedeker. Allen makes the first one. Just a sophomore. Excuse me. Allen makes the second one. So he has 4 points. And Newman with the ball. White for 3. Gets it in there. That's his second 3 of the game. 8 points.
Yeah. Good first half thus far for Chris White.
Stone gets a screen from Chance, but went the wrong way. And from the elbow, Chance misses that one badly.
Chemezi brings down the defensive rebound.
So he's back in the ball game for Jones.
Brandon Newman running point now for the Cardinals as they turn it over.
Just fell right out of the hands of Chris White and out of bounds. he had it already caught when he was looking around, didn't look the ball in. Ball will be inbounded. And stolen away and put back up and in by Delano Beckles. And a timeout with 6:24 left in the first half by El Segundo.
And that's because they've been outscored 7-2 here to start the second quarter.
Yeah, let's watch this replay. Beckles, nicely done. Getting it over Wyatt Boyce. Hey, see the Spirit Squad for Lawndale. And some of the fans. And you know, saw Coach Purley here again.
Yep.
And his little girl. Always good to see everybody representing, even from El Segundo. They brought a lot of people over.
Yeah. Well,
Chris
I guess
Brownlee.
Coach Poe has some connection to this program. I mean, because he's certainly not scouting for Reggie, because this is a Pioneer League matchup.
That's right. I think he just likes to, he is a hoops junkie.
And of course, he's worked with a lot of these kids at the lower levels.
Here comes Chris White. Ball was a little bit too far. Now Matu says, thanks a lot.
I'll take it.
5 points for Shemezi.
And
And
just
another
good
turnover.
defense. Yeah.
Chris White saw that pass coming, and he went after it. Long three taken is short. Matu with the rebound.
And it's worth mentioning again, of course, El Segundo with a midstream coaching change, having to bring back their longtime coach, Rick Saboski, because Craig Gast, right in a couple of weeks ago, from what Rashawn was telling us, left the program. And that's kind of hard, even if you're Rick Saboski, who's been around the El Segundo program forever and a day. You're coming in cold and just having to play cup, but that's where all those years of basketball coaching come into play. It's like riding a bicycle. Don't think he didn't know what to do.
Oh yeah. Plus, yeah, you just probably tell the kids. Our record is 0-0 today. Well, it is with the Pioneer League, that's for sure. So you get a fresh start after playing a tough preseason,
Right.
I'm sure. Stone misses everything. Great defense by the Cardinals. Newman tips it, and a shot was contested by Chris White. So that shot by Doring was missed badly. Whipped pass by Beckles, who gets it back off of the chin of one of the Eagles to put it up and in. Delano with 4 and a 20-point Cardinal lead. Stone with it. And Delano getting a lot of good time, knocks the ball away. And it'll be Jake Stone and the El Segundo Eagles ball. And Jake will come out of the ball game. Takes himself out. Coming in is Malcolm Au. As now Jake is going to go, hey, it looks like he might have got hit in the forehead or something. Brandon Newman also sitting down.
And Saboski, and I'm watching the interplay between Saboski and the officials. And right now, he's not real happy. And a couple of times, the officials have admonished him with regard to getting back in the coach's box. So he's getting real close to a T as Wyatt Boyce scores the basket there.
And that snaps a 9-0 run. Beckles with a long three, and that goes over, and that turned the ball over. It was over the backboard. So Delano is almost in the big box parking lot. Coming down to 4 minutes left in the half. Boyce trying to break the pressure, but no, it's stolen. Pinkard misses the bunny, gets it back, and passes the Aaron Gray.
Trying to do a little bit too much there.
Now Daring gets stuck, and now that's a jump ball.
And you've got Sabaski was out on the floor. I think what we're going to have happen, and that's what Ricard is saying.
Now Sabaski he might get a tee.
Well, he's working on it. He's just about earned it. I think he's probably only a few.
Now got a timeout on the floor. And you can see him still jawing now. He's jawing at Brian Rickard down. That's not a timeout. They switched it over. Okay, so there must have been a violation, a 5-second violation.
No. The arrow was turned the incorrect direction. It was showing that way.
It was cardinal, definitely cardinal.
And the officials, just what fans don't know, what we do as officials is keep that. Wow.
Matu with another rebound, puts it up, can't get it to go down. Good defense by Wyatt Boyce. And Jones gets up a little slow. And the ball is taken away. Another turnover and a frustration foul by the Eagles and Austin Hunkins. Actually, they call that on Jake Stone. I don't know how they did that. Stone was nowhere in the neighborhood.
Well, if they did call it on Jake
Stone's
Stone.
over on the bench.
Well, if they called it on Stone, that would be his third. But you're right. I don't think. I think when we see a replay of it, we can get who they officially called it on.
Actually, no foul put up on the board. As the shot's taken, was it blocked by Pinkard? Because that was a bad shot by Daring. Had to be blocked by Pinkard, so it goes out of bounds. Watch this block.
Yeah, a hand on it by Pinkard. He tipped it.
Joyce again, and the rebound goes to Shemezi. Matu on the fast break, completed by Quincy Pinkard with 6 points. Nice assist. 2:45 left to go, and another steal. Matu!
Well, that one is Broderick Jones with the slam dunk.
Check that, you're right, Rufus. 4 points for Buddha. Shemezi wanted to match it.
Right.
So Broderick Jones, they call him Buddha. I asked his baby brother why. He says, I don't know. He says, oh my goodness.
So we've never even been to India. Or even Artesia.
That's right. One of my favorite Chinese restaurants is Artesian. Love that joint. Andre Allen with 5 points. Andre Allen now with 6. And the ball gets away. So a 20-point Cardinal lead on opening night for the Pioneer League. 3-point shot taken by Pinkard. No, Jones with the rebound. Tries to do it himself, gets his own rebound and puts it up and in for 6. Stone gets it to Chance, hands it back to Stone. And a foul on the drive. Austin Hunkins will go to the line with the 1-and-1.
Looks like he was fouled by Aaron Gray.
That would be Aaron's first personal.
Gray is 6-foot senior. Following in the footsteps of his brother who played here last year. In fact, played a couple of seasons, not just last year.
Another rebound for Shemezi. A lot of guys getting playing time tonight so far. 2-3 zone shown by the Eagles. Johnson back in the ball game. Shot was blocked partially from Aaron Gray. Minute 33 left to go in the first half. Chance with it. Has it knocked away. It picked up by Hunkins. Chance with it, wants to go baseline against Shemezi. Hunkins with a three-point shot. Count it. And one. Well, check that. That's Jack Daring.
Yeah, that was number 11. Scored a 3 for Jack, plus he's going to get a free throw. So you're looking at a 4-point play, a rarity.
Now let's see. I didn't see exactly who the play was on. Don't know if we had the replay. So 19 points for the Cardinals, and for Jack, that's 4. A minute 12. Pinkard down to Matu, and a foul is on Austin Hunkins. Down low, trying to stop Shemezi from doing his thing. For Austin, that's his second personal. Not a shooting foul. Shemezi gets it to Johnson. Follow away. Oh, Shemezi tried to get it, and that's a goaltend.
Yep. Offensive basket interference, just to be technical from an officiating point of view.
It wasn't that far over the rim. As that ball was tipped out of bounds, and it will be Lawndale ball. So Jake Stone still rubbing that schnoz. 50 seconds left in the first half. Jones goes up to get that pass. Now gets it down low to Shemezi, immediately double teamed.
Wow.
And the pass is tipped and out of bounds. It will be El Segundo ball with 37 seconds left in the half.
Good job by the official, Brian Ricard. Didn't know if you saw that. That pass was tipped by 2 players, but last tipped by Tedrick Johnson.
Here comes Daring.
Wow. Just good defense being played tonight, Lou, by the Lawndale Cardinals.
That's a dozen turnovers by the Eagles. 15 seconds left, going for the last shot. Shot clock dark. Jones going around Chance, has it blocked away by Chance. Eagles with it on the turnover. And the layup by Joyce won't go down. Stone tips it back to Joyce or Boyce.
And he gets a foul down low, and looks like that foul is going to go. I know we missed a couple, but I think this one's going to go on Quincy Pinkard. It does.
It's his second. So Wyatt Boyce going to the line for 2, has 2 points. And makes the first one. Now Wyatt, I believe, is also on the baseball team.
Looks like he'd be a pitcher to me. If you saw him.
I was just going to say, he's a...
That shot's good if it goes.
Oh, that just missed by that much. And he is their big closer.
Okay.
Out of the bullpen.
It just kind of looked like a pitcher to me.
I do remember. He's a big old horse that comes out and throws cheese. Cooking with gas. Okay. So the Cardinals had their way with the Eagles in the first half with a 17-point lead. And let's go to Egidio.
Thank you, guys. Coach, pretty comfortable lead so far. How do you think, what's the strategy remaining the rest of the game?
It's not comfortable. This is a real well-coached team. They're dedicated to the zone. They're really dedicated to their offense, so the game's not over by a long shot.
That is a good team. You're going to play your bigs, Shemezi Matu and Broderick Jones, the rest of the game. What's the strategy?
We're going to have to, because the game is not out of reach. We got a whole 16 minutes to play. The hardest thing to do is to protect a big lead. So we have to do a better job on offense. We got to do a better job finishing the ball, and we got to do a better job defensively.
Thank you, Coach. Good luck the second way. Thank you, guys. Back to you.
All right, Egidio. When the game was at 33-13, the Cardinals kind of let up on the gas, Rufus, and allowed another 7 points. They're outscored 7-4 coming down the stretch.
And one of which was a 4-point play that we saw put up and in by Jack Doring that really made a difference during that stretch. And you're right, they let their foot off the gas. That's why Coach Brownlee said it's not over by a long shot. He's going to go in, tell that to his guys, and get them back focused.
All right, we'll be back with the third quarter action right after this.
My life is full of statistics. Thing is, I could have dropped out of school and become one myself, but I didn't because I had people that believed in me. Here's another statistic. 7,000 students drop out every school day. That's 1 every 26 seconds. It's time that students know that we believe in them.
Inspire a student and share your message of support at boostup.org.
Back at the Cardinal Nest just before we get the third quarter underway, why don't we talk about some scoring? But first, let's go to Sebastian.
Hey, thanks a lot, guys. I talked to Coach Sabaski for the El Segundo Eagles coming out of the locker room, and he said exactly what happened is what he was scared of. His guards turning the ball over a lot. They're not meeting the passes, not getting the ball across the court in a timely manner like he would like them to. And also he added that he's been changing up his guard rotation a lot lately, and that's why they've been having so many turnovers. Back to you guys.
Thank you very much. And Au gets it inbounded as the Eagles will be flying from left to right. And we have a whistle, and I do believe we have a shot clock issue again.
Clock didn't start. I mean, basically what he's noticing is that, okay, we've had more than 1 second of action. Now he's still got an issue. Oh, that's right. It's a 35-second clock for boys. 30 seconds for girls. Don't ask me why. Everybody wonders.
Stone. And the ball is stolen by Pinkard. Here comes Shemezi, has a body in front of him. And taking the foul, I believe that's Jake Stone. Nope, that is Austin Hunkins. That would be his second. And another turnover for the Eagles. Nice pass by Matu underneath. Jones gets the rebound, but misses that shot, misses that layup. Somehow the Cardinals get it back. Jones with it, being tied up down underneath by Hunkins. Is it a jump ball or is it a foul?
A foul.
And that
foul's on number 3. That's Hunkins. So that's 2 quick ones on Hunkins.
So it's a shooting foul, and Broderick Jones will go to the line to shoot 2. Makes the first one. Now with 8 points. Just the start of things, 32 seconds into the third quarter. 1 out of 2 as Boyce gets the rebound, and Allen gets rear-ended by Pinkard.
Boy, Pinkard's going to pick up. Wow, Lou, if that's on him, is that his 4th?
Well, I went over the scores table, and that's what I saw.
Okay.
I had him at 2. So we'll see. As Stone inbounds the ball. Boyce gets it back to Stone, and he nails the three-pointer. Jake Stone with his second three-pointer of the night, and 8 points. Delano Beckles, actually that's Orlando Beckles, back in as we have the starting 5 out there for the Cardinals. Johnson gets it to Pinkard. Beckles off the mark. Jones gets the miss, and puts it up and in for 10 points.
Jones having the best game we've seen him have all season, Lou.
Maybe he's getting comfortable in the Cardinal nest. Another turnover. Beckles steals it. Alley-oop!
Oh!
7 points by Shemezi, and even Broderick Jones likes that one. Timeout, Eagles. Here it is.
And you see on the replay, lays it up. He goes up and reverse slam for Chemezi Metu.
And it's a 19-point lead again at Shemezi Metu, just a junior. 6'9", and he's been spending lots of time in the weight room. And let's see it from a different angle. Pinkard, the oop.
And as you said, Lou, I mean, the real thing is to recognize that he is just a junior. You know, and it's been our good fortune to watch his development over the past 2 seasons, coming into this, his 3rd season.
Now, the eyes tell me a lot about a person. And right now, those are confident eyes in that young man. Not like last year when they were a little bit scared.
Right.
A little bit unsure. He's pretty sure this year. He'll be real sure next year.
Right. Because he's going to be the best big man in the South Bay.
Another turnover. Beckles gets it in. Now Jones gets it to Johnson.
Now you got both Beckles brothers on. Orlando, that's Orlando with the ball now.
The only way you can tell the difference is the socks. Johnson from the elbow, a little follow away, no. Rebound to Au. The shortest guy out there. Almost couldn't believe it himself. Under 6 minutes as he brings it down. Down to Allen. Turnaround jump shot by Boyce. No. Rebound by Jones. Here comes Orlando. To Delano. Talked to Orlando and said that his new baby brother's doing just fine, thank you. And Delano's fouled. He'll get 2 at the line.
And that's attacking the basket. Hey, girls basketball players, Lawndale girls, if you're watching this game, that's what we're talking about. You got to go at the rim.
And I would say that was Andre Allen's first personal. 3rd team foul as Beckles misses the first. Now both of these brothers are pretty good free throw shooters. And as a team, they're not bad either. 1 out of 2 for Delano. With 3 points. And a 20-point lead again. I guess the big thing now, Rufus, is to try to keep the Cardinals from getting bored.
Right.
Stone cuts through the defense right there and now has 10 points.
Stone say, I got something to keep you alert.
Jones, turnaround jumper, hit the window. Johnson for 3. And we got a push underneath.
Let's see. And we're going to stay here. Oh, okay. And then so Ricard gives a signal out top. So again, we don't see it. And quite frankly,
let's watch it here.
okay.
Well, we didn't get to see the foul. Okay. In you right now, Beckles, nice baseline drive.
Orlando Beckles with that basket. 45-25 is our score, and we're going the other way as official Brian Ricard gives an emphatic whistle against number 21 on the play.
That's Wyatt Boyce. Wow. That was a collision. Underneath, and Boyce blocked the shot by Jones.
But I like the inside look by Chemezi Metu, looking for his teammate.
Floor's getting a little slippery out there. Here comes Chance against Matu. Get that out of here. That almost went in the trash can. Semezi with block number 3 by my count.
Number 3 by Mines as well.
You see, he needs to learn how to tip it instead of swat it. That way it keeps it in play in a closer game. Is Malcolm Au getting ready to inbound it, but now not before Brian Ricard gets another earful from Rick Saposky. Coach has distanced himself from the rest of the team. Stone to Au. Now Chance back in the ball game. The Twin Towers back in for El Segundo. 3 seconds left to go on the shot clock. Somebody's going to have to shoot it. Not enough communication from the bench out to the floor.
Shot clock violation. So that goes as a turnover. A TO.
16 for the Eagles. And somebody stepped on the line, so a turnover for the Cardinals. That's 10.
Nearly half the third quarter gone. Our score 45-25 in favor of the Lawndale Cardinals, as this is opening night for them in the Pioneer League 2014.
Joyce wanted to take the 3, but then saw Jones sneak up on defense. Chance with the up and under. That was a chance. Rebound. That'll go to Johnson, and Rolando will get 2 at the line. I believe that foul is going to go on Malcolm Au. Okay, let's make that number 24, Andre Allen. So Rolando Beckles with 5 points will go to the line for the first time. Speaking of one of the another Cardinal athletic family member, the Callaway family.
Right.
Ashley Callaway is on the JV girls team, but she's going to have ACL surgery, so we wish her well.
Okay.
She is itching to get back next year.
So did you see Papa Callaway around here somewhere?
I'm sure he's lurking. And Beckles misses that one, and it goes out of bounds to the Eagles. .338 left to go in the Pioneer League Open. Beckles lays it up in and off with a steal. 8 points for Rolando.
Actually, Lou, that's Delano. Yeah, that's Delano, number 24, that's out there right now. I wouldn't know if I didn't look at the numbers myself. Scored that inside basket for number 22, Eric Chance.
That's his first bucket of the game. Okay, so take it away from Rolando, give it to Delano. So he has 5. They play so similarly. Long hook shot by Matu. Like I said, the only way you can tell the difference is by their socks. Steal again. Here comes Johnson. He'll take it himself. No. Jones with the rebound. Has a block from behind by Allen and take it away.
And they both.
Oh, there's Matu with the block. And the rebound to Delano. Oh, Semezi with the rebound and the score. Matu with 9.
Let's see if we can see that one again. Because, boy, that was.
Even Jones liked that one. Here comes the alley. Tic-tac-toe.
Yeah, okay. Give me a. Man, do you get a double assist on that? Because you had Beckles. Beckles tips it over to Jones, and Jones tips it to Chimizi.
If this is hockey, yes.
And Chimizi
Chimizi
scores
do it
again.
Now he has 11 points and timeout on the floor, and there's some crowd issue going on. Give on my count, it's 51, but it'll get there soon enough. 3-point shot taken and missed. Beckles with the rebound. Beckles.
Whoa!
He'll go to the line to shoot 2 as he was being kept up with. A good drive by Delano.
Okay, so they give the foul to number 11. That's Jack Doring. That's his second.
Should be double, or should be bonus time anyway.
Right. Yeah.
But
he was in the act of shooting, so Delano goes to the line to shoot 2.
Makes that one with 6 points now. Yeah, that was a pretty play.
It was.
Beckles to Jones to Matu. 2 minutes left to go in the third quarter. In the ball game, DeMarco Wood. Now Boyce with it. Doring, I believe he's on the baseball team too. Now Stone with it. And reaching over is DeAndre Snedeker. That'll be his third personal, second team foul in the second half. There's a good shot of Boyce, Wyatt Boyce. Come out and see him in the springtime when the Eagles come out and try to make up for. Actually, Chance steals the ball. And a three-pointer made by Doring. He now has 7 points.
And 6 of them on 3-pointers.
11 turnovers now for the Cardinals. White for 3. Buries it. And Chris now has 3 3-pointers and 11 points.
So we just traded 3-pointers, a 56-30 contest, as you see on your screen, one in which the Lawndale Cardinals have dominated from the word go.
Yeah, El Segundo's not giving up, that's for sure.
Well, they're not giving up because there's more time to play, and I got to tell you, though, you got to give Jake Stone credit. He drops in a 3.
And that's his third. 13 points. So it's raining threes. White trying to do it again, a little bit long. Rebound to Snedeker. Oh! Chimezi just missed that one, but he gets credited for a rebound. Doring misses it. That's blocked by White and out of bounds.
And you had two Cardinals. You had both Snedeker and Chimizi back. Chimizi will go out with 24 seconds left in the quarter to catch a breather in between quarters as Broderick Jones comes back.
And a big high five from his coach. Stone double teamed. Doring again. A little bit long. Rebound is tipped away by Jones. Taken by the Cardinals with 5 seconds left in the third quarter. Shot clock dark. Over to White for 3. Won't go down. Stone has no shot. And the quarter comes to an end. Another big success for the Hawthorne Cardinals. So 19 points for Lawndale and 13 points for El Segundo. And let's go to Egidio.
Thank you, guys. Well, we're talking about the chemistry of this team, how well Broderick Jones and Chimezi Matu would mesh together before the season started. And we've been talking about it pretty much all season. Well, it showed in the one play late in the third quarter there, the huge assist from Jones to Chimezi Matu, who finished it with a huge slam dunk, erupted this crowd. That's what we wanted to see. We finally saw it here on City TV Sports. Definitely a play for the highlights. Guys, it's an exciting game. Lawndale leads. Back to you.
Thanks, Egidio. So we'll just see how the Cardinals can stay interested for the rest of this game. So far, they've been doing a pretty good job. But again, you got to hand it to the Eagles. They could have mailed this one in, and they really haven't.
Could have.
But then you've got a lot of guys on this team with a lot of pride, and we've seen them through the years.
Absolutely.
And even without the coaching change, they're just down a bit this year.
Well, here's the point. The guy they got standing over there on the sideline, though, won't let you hang your head, that's for sure. You know.
That's true. And they're still jumping and fighting underneath, that's for sure. So it's going to stay Cardinal ball. Foul is on 22. And now another earful.
Okay.
Well, that foul was on Chance. And they wanted it to go, and there's coach wanted it to go the other way on the other 22, that 22.
And I got to give this officiating crew, Michael Wainwright and Brian Ricard, a lot of credit. They've demonstrated a great deal of patience with Sabaski. And, you know, you just keep thinking, okay, sooner or later, that tee is coming.
Nice pass, but Chance couldn't finish it. And the foul underneath.
And I was so caught up in that. The 2 free throws just now were put in by, DeAndre Snedeker, right?
Yes. Now, who committed the foul? Did we get a replay on this last play, guys? Okay. They're gone too. 4 points. There's the replay. Beckles.
Okay.
And the Snedeker was that Snedeker?
Yeah, and I think that's who I gave it to.
That's his 4th. So Boyce now with 5 points. And goes out of bounds. So right now, it looks like the Cardinals just want to go home. But El Segundo's still playing. 7:30 left to go in the 4th quarter. Stone passes it over and gets it back from Hunkins. Doring won't go down. Rebound is bouncing off of heads. Finally taken away. Here comes Delano Beckles, but Doring says, I'm taking it right out of your hands, pal. Here comes Boyce to Chance, puts it over Snedeker, and the rebound goes to Jones. So even though the score is lopsided, it ain't over here at the Cardinal Nest.
Because we got just under 7 minutes left, 23-point ball game at 58-35.
Patterson misses it in the ball game. I believe Devontae in for the first time.
But Cardinals comfortably in command at this point.
Delano over to
Jones. Whoa, young fella.
That's a way to get a dozen.
That's the way to get a Player of the Game award as well, or a tip of the hat, one or the other. I got to tell you, because this is the best that we've seen the transfer Jones play this season in the 3 or 4 opportunities that we've seen him play. Came in much heralded, but obviously had to find his way on this team as a new kid in town. He and Tedrick Johnson. Remember the last broadcast I told you, I said, wow, we've seen Tedrick Johnson come a long way since that first game, Lou, as evidenced by the fact that Coach had him on the floor at the end of a close game. And that was against Lusinger a week ago.
Crisp passing by El Segundo. Allen going in and then gets hammered. You can give that to either Snedeker or Jones.
I think they're going to give it to Jones. At least Snedeker hopes so, and they do.
That's only Broderick's first. And don't know if the Cardinals are out of fouls now or not. They're close to it at any rate. Andre Allen is making a living at the free throw line. That's his 7th point, with 5 of them from the line.
Right, and he went scoreless in the third quarter.
Devontae Patterson still in the ball game.
So you got Jones, Patterson, Pinkard. Number 5 is Chibuzi, along with Chris White. White's
Long
three-pointer put up and in.
That's 4 for Charles. Who'd you say player of the game is?
Well, I said we got a couple guys, and that was one that's definitely under consideration.
That's right. For tip of the hat, at least. A lot of guys contributing. Poor Brandon hadn't been able to get it back in the ball game. Ball is thrown out of bounds. Good defense. And thoroughly frustrated is Austin Hunkins. Thought that maybe there should have been a foul call.
Well, that's one of those type calls. I'll split the difference with you. Maybe I should have called a foul, but I tell you what, I'll let you have it out of bounds.
DeMarco Wood in the ball game for El Segundo. Allen, double teamed, has it tipped and stolen away. Devontae Patterson with the reverse layup. That's his first point of the ball game. 65-37. Stone gets it to Allen, trying to break the full court pressure. They do. Pass is fumbled, taken by Wood, and a de facto foul on Jones because he was on the ground.
So Jones picks up a couple after not having any. He picks up 2 here in the last about minute and a half.
And that's only because he was playing log in the roadway. And getting knocked out on his wallet is Wood by Lawrence Shabuzi. This is the first time we've seen Shabuzi, isn't it?
I believe so. And Shan Temple, whom we don't see often. We saw him a couple games ago. Temple's out on the floor. Now,
he's got some hair growing to do because he only has one ponytail.
He only has one. He also has his jersey out, but the official is going to be generous and let him take the floor because he could send him back just because his jersey's out.
Now Chris White sits down with 14 points. Shabuzi with it. Shot taken. Won't go down. The only one we haven't seen is Chaz Maxwell.
Whoa,
the whistle is blown.
Won't count. Whoa.
Brian Ricard.
Yeah, well, we got a clock situation. These guys are having to do double duty, quite frankly, with keeping up with the clock, which has just been a mess all night long. I got to say, you got to call a spade, Lou. You're the home team. Your clock should be working. You should make sure the folks are working in your favor, And when I say in your favor, not doing anything dishonest, but just doing it right.
Chance had the rebound, but the hustle by Jones gets credit for it. 5:22 left to go in the game. Patterson wheels it around to Temple.
Shan looking for another shot, I tell you that.
3-point shot. Jonesy cleaning up the mess. Tipped out of bounds. Good defense. Full court defense by Devontae Patterson. 5:06 left to go in the fourth quarter. Inbound pass tipped by Snedeker. Boy, he has played a terrific game tonight. 3-point taken by Boyce. That won't go down, and rebound is off to Patterson. Just 5'10", but he gets the bucket. 3-pointer taken by Temple. And here comes Jonesy.
Big night. And okay, that'll force a timeout.
Timeout taken by the Eagles. And let's go to Rashawn.
This game all but decided, but stick around. in the post game. We'll break it all down. And of course, with Lawndale up by such a wide margin, what is Coach Brownlee on the sideline talking to his team about as the game is going on? We'll share that with you. Also, Rick Saboski, the Hall of Famer, what a job he has in trying to take over this El Segundo program mid-season. We'll talk about that one as well as the huge defensive pressure that's caused those Eagles all kinds of trouble here tonight, guys.
All that on the next episode of Field Reporters.
Exactly. And somehow or another, we got to squeeze in the player of the game and the tip of the hat in the midst of all that.
I don't think we're going to. We're going to run out of film.
Well, let's get ours in first, and they can have the change that's left.
Then we can go, right?
That's right. Let them turn off the lights.
The party. When can we start singing that?
I know.
4:41 left to go. Nah, I don't want to do that. There's still time left.
Plenty of time.
Anything can happen.
Time for Broderick Jones to add to his season high.
Allen with it. Has the ball tipped. Good defense by Shabuzi. And the ball goes out of bounds. Shabuzi's making a pest out of himself with those fuchsia shoes.
And he picks up a foul for his effort.
He'll go to the line.
Oh, he's got. Oh, that's right. Okay. So somebody fouled him. Wow.
So we can see the replays on Mr. Allen. Must be. Can't hear what's going on in the truck anymore. They cut me off. That one goes awry. Pass to Stone. Stone looking for a three-point shot. Swats Temple away. Gets it down to Boyce. Nice shot. A reverse layup for Wyatt. He has 7 points, Rufus. Ball comes way out to Patterson. Over to Shabuzi for three, in and out. Jones is a machine tonight. With 18 points and 2 more rebounds on that time down. 71-39. And now Rick Saposki is going to raise the white flag and get some of the kids in. Next whistle.
Well, you may as well get them some playing time. Okay.
And Jones comes down with the arm, and Chance will probably go to the line.
Yep.
You see that? When one official makes the call and the other one goes to the scores table, that's a bit confusing.
Just a little bit, but I mean, they're saving a little energy. You got to understand, Michael Wainwright has played 2 games, so.
The cheer is coming up for a kid that I don't see on my roster. Hey, Tom, can you ask one of our crack reporters who number 34 is? Well, Jeff is right there next to the reporters. Rebound goes to number 44, Drew Redfield, in the game. And let's look at the shoes as Shabuzi goes in. He'll go to the line to shoot 2.
And he's anxious to get in. The officials missed an opportunity to get him in just a moment ago.
Devontae Patterson will go to the line on the double bonus now. Devontae with 3 points. So out comes Shabuzi, in comes number 34. Don't know, is it Chaz Maxwell? I don't think so, unless he's wearing his 4th number of the year.
And we also don't have 32 in the program.
Okay, so 2 of them. So another whistle.
So you got to guess, Lou, that these are some JV guys that coach is letting suit up. Get a little experience, because I must admit we don't even normally see them. And he's also bypassing a couple of guys that are part of his regular rotation. Guys such as Brandon Newman, for example. who hasn't seen a lot of playing time tonight, but I got to tell you, Broderick Jones has seen plenty, and he leads to an ovation of his teammates with the score 73-39.
Well, my count 19 points. You got so many rebounds, I can't count those up right now. As number 0, that's Evan Endo. We saw Paige Endo in the earlier game. Now, whoever number 32 is, he's got some bright green shoes.
Yeah, and he's got some muscle as well. He's going to be a good inside player. I'm going to assume that he's an underclassman.
And Drew Redfield loses the ball. Here comes number 34, lays it up and in.
And the team is happy for him. So whomever he is, and I saw Rashawn go over there, we'll know in a little bit. He makes the most of his time on the floor.
Wood has it and gets it out to Justin Gonzalez. Losing the ball is Endo. And Evan is a senior. He needs to do some one-on-one with his sister.
Exactly. I was about to ask. I wonder if they were related, and the guess is that they are.
I would think so. There's number 34 putting on a show. 5 points for him. 2:41, and we have a whistle. And what? Does the ball go off of a foot because the shot clock needs to get reset? It's not being reset. Out of the ball game comes Devontae Patterson, and Shan Temple comes in. Well,
Aaron Gray, actually. His mom and dad sitting right behind us. His brother, of course, as I mentioned, Eric Gray, played last year. That's number 23, Aaron Gray. 32 takes out the rebound. We going the other way, baby. They're running. Temple puts up his shot. They still hoping he can get it.
Rebound is taken by 0. That's Chaz Maxwell, I believe.
Okay.
So that's 80-39. Ball is taken and shot missed. Number 32 gets the rebound. Here comes number 34 to Gray. Now 34 running the point with 1:45 left. Gets it to Gray. Gray almost lost the ball. Did to Gray.
Gets underneath, tries to put it up.
Ball whipped down underneath by Maxwell. That almost broke somebody's nose. But the ball is taken back. Cesar Orasso is number 34, and number 32 is Mr. Patterson. You should be a doctor, Rashawn. I can't read your writing. Thank you. So Mr. Patterson, I wonder if he's related to Devontae.
Right.
And there, that's number 0's got to be Chaz Maxwell.
Well, mercifully, under a minute left, our score 80-39. And boy, they have been stuck on 39 for a long time. This is a 9-0 run. At the 4:41 mark, it was 69-37. And since that point in time, down the stretch, they've outscored them 11-2. But it's been a game of runs all night, Lou, for which they've dominated.
Sure has. Patterson gets the rebound. Maxwell with a 3-point shot, and that's way short. Wood with the rebound. Back comes El Segundo with 20 seconds left. Shot taken, banked up and in by Drew Redfield for his first bucket of the game. Yeah, they get over 40. That is 9 short of their average.
10 seconds left. They'll put the shot to sleep. Son, that's not what you do. Okay.
Puts the 3, but the horn sounds to end the game. And the El Segundo Eagles crash to the Lawndale Cardinals 80-41. And the Cardinals improve to 10-7 overall 1-0 in the Pioneer League. The Eagles fall to 2-14 and 0-1 in the Pioneer League.
Big win for the Lawndale Cardinal, as you mentioned. Now, 11 consecutive wins spanning 2 seasons here in the Pioneer League. They, of course, are the defending undefeated in the 2012-13 season Pioneer League champions, and they've got this season started in a way which, at this point, they're still undefeated. As the saying goes, and still undefeated.
We don't know how far back. We got to go back to the 3rd year, or 3 years ago, 3 seasons ago. Let's go to Egidio.
Thank you, guys. I'm here with the Lawndale coach. Coach, congratulations. You said at halftime you weren't going to give up. You weren't going to give up on the lead there. You guys fought hard. What do you think your team contributed to this win?
We just played hard the whole time because we know that El Segundo always continuously plays hard. We know we got another game down there to begin the 2nd round, and it's going to be a much different game. They have come back on us so many times. They have a great Hall of Fame coach, and we just wanted to play as hard as we could because we know that they can make shots. And they really can make shots. They just didn't fall for them today.
Today also, Broderick Jones and Chemezi Metu seems like they meshed very well, especially for us, our first game here for CityTV, to see these guys play so well together. How do you think they did here tonight?
They did very well. Our chemistry is coming together, man. We have to get ready for the Division 1A playoffs. No one is in our league is in Division 1. Everybody is Division 2A and below. So we have to really work hard every night. We got Centennial coming in here. That's going to give us everything that they want. El Segundo, like I said again, is going to give us a lot on the second half. And then 3rd game with North, all of them. North, South, all of those. Torrance is very good. We have to be ready every night and then go with our good 8, get them in rhythm so that we don't lose it going into the playoffs.
Coach, another great showing for the Lawndale Cardinals. Congratulations on the win. We'll see you next time.
All right, appreciate
Thank you.
it.
Guys, back to you.
Thank you very much, Egidio. And if this is what we get a chance to see night in and night out from the Lawndale Cardinals, this is going to be a high-flying act, and they've got it all from Beckles all the way in to Jones and Metu.
Exactly.
And Chris White, too.
And Chris White. I mean, they have, as we know, a number. What do we got?
Look, we can.
Guy trying to get in show business?
Yeah.
Yeah. They've got a lot of weapons. That's what you got to love about this team, and I'm sure that's what Coach Brownlee likes, and that's what you're hitting on. I mean, Chris White has a breakout night tonight. Last week we saw Orlando Beckles with that kind of night. Broderick Jones had a breakout night tonight, something that the fans have been waiting for, highly touted when he came into the program, had been working his way in slow and steady. Tonight in the opening night for Pioneer League action, he showed what he can do.
That's right. And why don't we go over the scoring real quick here. And 19 points, 10 rebounds, and 2 blocks for Broderick Jones. 7 points for Quincy Pinkert. 11 points, 8 rebounds. I'm sure there's more by Chemezi there.
Right.
And 4 blocks. 2 points for Chaz Maxwell. 3 points for Tedrick Johnson. Still haven't seen the real Tedrick, I don't think. He hasn't had his breakout party yet.
He hasn't, but he showed being a steady floor general. Started. Didn't finish tonight, but who did? I mean, all the starters were on the bench. So, but I thought he played well. He did. Well.
The scoring will come, I'm sure. Rolando Beckles had 6 points, 4 for DeAndre Snedeker, 6 points for Delano Beckles, and 14 points for Chris White, and 5 points for Cesar Arazo. And for the El Segundo Eagles, Jack Doring had 4 points. And let's check that. He had more than that. He had 7 points, pardon me, with 2 3-pointers. And 2 points for Malcolm Au, 2 points for Eric Chance, 7 for Wyatt Boyce, and we'll see him again out on the pitcher's mound this spring. Jake Stone with 13 points, 2 for Drew Redfield off the bench, and Andre Allen had a tough night tonight with 7 points, and 5 of those from the free throw line. So the Eagles were game. They got to, like we said, they got to play a lot of players with a lot of heart and a lot of pride. And like you said, they're going to have to find out, just figure out a way to get through this season with their Hall of Fame coach taking over midway through.
They absolutely will. I mean, obviously they came into tonight's contest at 2-13. They leave at 2-14. It's an uphill climb. I'm sure they've got a reasonable set of objectives in terms of what they want to achieve. And right now in league play, they just want to hold their own and stay respectable. They've got a good-looking team, and you're right. In terms of the short term, he's done some good things.
Yeah, right here.
Now let's go to Sebastian.
Hey, thanks a lot, guys. I'm here with Coach Sabaski of the El Segundo Eagles. Coach, how do you think your team did tonight with this hectic Lawndale team up and down the floor?
Not well at all. Good, very good team. Pretty much outplayed us on every aspect of the game. My kids are trying, but the athletic difference is obvious, and the kids are smart. The Lawndale kids play well together. There's a lot of guys giving the ball up to other guys, so it's nice to watch it. It got scrounging. I wanted to push the ball, but we can't make the ball move up and down the court the same way Lawndale gets again. And when we do it, we got to do it with a lot more smarts. So it hurt us a lot. Their pressure hurt us. The fact that we don't get into our stuff. There's a lot of fundamentals that we're behind in, and the guys should get better at.
And what is one thing you think you guys can improve on? I know you guys have a lot of athletic wings out there, a lot of good point guard play. What is one thing you think you guys can do to keep the turnovers to a minimum and start playing a little bit better?
Yeah, we've got to be able to break pressure, and we got to be able to get into our offense without throwing the ball all over the floor. We got to be able to say, okay, the break wasn't there. We got a secondary break. That wasn't there. Let's run the offense. And we seem to do that one out about 8 or 10 times. Their pressure makes you do things that is certainly not what you want to do. And then, blocking out on the boards, getting a butt into a guy's legs, stopping that kind of thing, handling pressure, bringing the ball to the middle of the floor, creating leads, a ton of stuff. And we'll get better, I hope, before the season's over, but we don't have a lot of time to be messing around.
Well, Coach, thank you for talking to us, and welcome back. There you go, guys. Coach Simboski came out of retirement to come back to coach these guys. Back to you.
All right, thank you very much. There's so many of the guys out there. I got to need a cue card or something. That was Sebastian Spencer out there. And just looking at Danielle Hickman from the girls team over here. They played a good game also on the front end of our doubleheader. But, well, right now we got to think about the player of the game on this one, the big 80-41 win for the Cardinals on opening night for the Pioneer League. Also the tip of the hat. You had 3 guys in double figures and then a bunch of other guys that chipped in. So why don't we put on our thinking caps and be right back.
Hi, I'm Donnell Beverly from the University of Connecticut, home of the 2011 National Championship UConn Huskies basketball team, and you're losing your Olympians.
Beverly around the back, follow-away jumper, good, beautiful shot.
It wasn't too long ago that I was playing basketball right here.
I just want to thank him for having me here. I'm honored to play here.
And the Huskies are the top dog in 2011.
Winning the NCAA championship has always been a goal of mine, but so is getting a great education that will last me a lifetime. You can achieve your goals too. All you have to do is work hard and dream hard, and you can do anything you put your mind to.
80-51, or 41, excuse me, is our final score here from the Cardinal Nest at Lawndale High School, a successful Pioneer League opener, and the defending champions keep that goose egg or that cardinal egg right where it belongs.
Absolutely. On the sideline, they're 11-0, 1-0 in the 2013-14 season, but that's right where they want to be. They've got a shot to, as they say, duplicate what they did last year. They can never exceed it, but they can duplicate it, and that's what they're shooting for. is another undefeated season, and they got off to a great start, as you said.
Well, it's time for our Player of the Game award and our Tip of the Hat Player award. So, well, we had Shemezi Matu doing his dunk fest, and Broderick Jones helped out on one of those. And but it was a breakout party tonight for one of those players.
And that was none other than number 1, Broderick Jones. I mean, he just had a great game, and I think most deserving tonight of the CityTV Player of the Game.
That's right. And for the tip of the hat, you could have picked anybody and not make a wrong choice tonight.
Tip of the hat. And let me, by the way, mention, fans, that due to the weather conditions here, 87 degrees in SoCal, had to put the felt away and bring back out the summer hat, okay? So I know you're looking and wondering, but yes, it is a summer hat due to temperature considerations, and
I was wondering
that makes
that all
this
day.
one even special. Chris White, number 25, big game tonight, Chris. You are our Tip of the Hat award winner tonight.
All
there
right.
you go.
And 4 3-pointers and 14 points, and really brought a lot of energy on both ends of the floor and wasn't afraid to get his nose dirty underneath.
Not at all. Had a great game. And as I said, there were many others that could have done it. I'm being told that now that we've got that out the way in terms of our player of the game, Broderick Jones, and our tip of the hat, Chris White, it's time to go down to the Three Amigos.
Now, what else can we do tonight?
80-41, our final score here. Inside the Cardinals' nest, Rashawn Haylock, Sebastian Spencer, Egidio DeLeo to my left. This was a game that was pretty much determined from the outset in that very first quarter, and you can tell by the pressure that this Lawndale team was able to put on El Segundo, Sebastian Spencer, that it just made the Eagles all kinds of uncomfortable.
Definitely. They definitely were flustered, I think. And I think it has something to do with Lawndale's experience. This is a team that's been playing together for a while. A lot of seniors and juniors that played together. And like Coach Bosky was saying, that this team doesn't have a lot of experience. So, you know, these guys are trying to play together. They're athletic. They are big. They do have size. But they're still trying to learn to play the game. You got a guy in Andre Allen who's a younger player, doesn't really have a lot of coordination, but he's out there doing all that he can for this team. And you got another Wyatt Boyce who's a big body in the inside too. So these guys are kind of ill-matched with each other a little bit right now.
Yeah, absolutely. You talked about trying to getting used to playing, also getting used to playing with Coach Saboski, the interim head coach that called the Hall of Famer from his couch and asked him to come and return to the sidelines for El Segundo. This is a guy who has now, in his 35th year of coaching, 27th year now at El Segundo, and he admitted to me before the game that this is hard coming in, and you can kind of see in the first half the culture shock, the way they were doing things previously versus the way Coach Saboski wants things done, and it's kind of that nip and tuck, that pull and push, and it's going to take some time to get adjusted to.
Definitely. You can tell that he was a little bit frustrated with the turnovers. He's used to more of a fundamentally sound team. And, you know, I wasn't keeping track in that first half, but the second half I did. They had about 14 turnovers. In the first half, I'm guessing they probably had about just as many because they turned the ball over, I think, more in the first half.
A lot.
So I think definitely that has something to do with him. He said switching up his guard play as well. He has his point guard running the 2 and his 2 running the 1. So he's switching it up a lot right now. So, you know, little changes are here and there.
In that first half, they took a lot of bad shots. He said those bad shots are the same thing as turnovers. They're absolutely turnovers, the bad shots that we're taking. And, of course, the Lawndale defense forced them to do that a lot. Steve Shevlin, the athletic director over at El Segundo, had to beg and plead with Coach Saboski's wife. He said, you lay down the rules. Whatever the rules are, I'll enforce them, just as long as we can get Coach Saboski back on those sidelines, which means that no film study at home. He has to watch film in between classes because he's still a teacher over at El Segundo as well, and he has a curfew. Got to be home by 4:30 p.m. Egidio DeLeo, we turn it over to the Lawndale side. We talked about those turnovers. We talked about how they were able to make things uncomfortable, but how about the play of Broderick Jones tonight? They call him Buddha, and Buddha may have had his best game as a Cardinal, at least that we've seen so far this season.
Definitely, Buddha had a lot of luck here tonight, if that's his nickname. Broderick Jones, the best game, especially on City TV Sports. This is only our third game. Look at the Cardinals, but Broderick Jones came to play here. The whole question when Broderick Jones came over to this Lawndale's Cardinals squad was how was he going to mesh with Chimezi Matu? How are these two big men going to play, and how are they going to contribute together as a team to this Lawndale Cardinals squad? And it took a couple games. Last game against Rolling Hills, both of them had double-doubles. So Coach Brownlee said before the game they were trying to play off that momentum. Broderick Jones did that. Huge assist to Chimezi Matu with that dunk that erupted this crowd, and that got everything going here. He had a few nice rebounds, a few nice baskets. Broderick Jones, his best game tonight for sure, especially here on City TV Sports.
Yeah, Broderick Jones, 18 points tonight. One more note on Broderick. We'll get to that in 1 second. But you talked to Coach Brownlee at halftime, and with a huge lead, they were up 37-20 at the half, a 17-point cushion. He was far from satisfied.
Definitely. I said, Coach, and my question was, Coach, you have a comfortable lead, and he said it's not comfortable at all. He that's because you have to understand how much he respected the coach across from him and the other sideline. He had a lot of respect for him, and he knew what this team was capable of. They had some good shooters there in El Segundo. Like Sebastian said, a lot of turnovers, a lot of inexperience, but they were shooting the ball pretty decent. So he was worried. He didn't want to get too comfortable, come over here. That's the last game against Lusinger that we did with Lawndale and Lusinger. Lawndale came maybe a little bit not ready to play at that level, so he didn't want the guys to be at that same speed here tonight, to push back a little bit and be comfortable with that lead. So he wanted to press, and they did that, and then they won big here tonight.
And big comfortable lead for Lawndale in this second half. Broderick Jones has a moment. He's on the bench, and Coach Brownlee turns around and tells him, I believe in you. I've always believed in you. And that's the type of energy, and that's the type of support that Coach Brownlee has infused into this program. And what do you know? The 11th straight in the Pioneer League. Guys, guess we'll see you right back here when Big Ten, Apache Land, Centennial comes into town.
All right, thank you very much, fellas, and a great job as always. Well, anything else, or should we just tie a bow on this and put it up on the shelf and come back?
I think when those guys do their thing, they've just about said it all.
There's no oxygen left in the Cardinal nest. All right, well, let's put a bow on this, baby.
This one's done.
And put it up in the shelf. For our three reporters, Sebastian Spencer, Rashawn Haylock, and Egidio DeLeu, and Brandon Newman, and also Rufus Washington. How many years for you now?
Oh, man, too many. But, yeah.
And the
it's
award
always
winning.
fun. Every year there's a new cast of characters, and so it's always fun.
And the award-winning Tom Strickfaden and the City TV crew. I'm Lou Stowers telling you once again the final score from the Cardinals' nest on the campus of Lawndale High School. The Cardinals, 80-41 over El Segundo. Until next time, so long.